Lewis Hart for The Ring magazine. Always a pleasure to be joined with Frank Warren. Second time this week.
What's going on, Lewis?
Good to be speaking to you again. Much change? How's things?
All good, yeah, nothing's changed. We're another press conference here in Ipswich for a cracking fight. This heavyweight fight between Fabio and Justis is I think it'll be a brilliant night of boxing.
Yeah, as I say, how excited are you guys to be back at another stadium for this fight? I guess yeah, both of them pretty respectful towards each other, but doesn't make for a great fight on Saturday.
It's going to be in a great atmosphere. They're all coming out, fans in Ipswich, for Fabio, the local hero. It's the #1 in the WBA, fighting the #1 in the WBO at the time the fight was made. Both undefeated. Queensbury v Matchroom. I mean, it's got all the ingredients of being an electric night and an electric fight.
When it comes to someone like Fabio, who he has that white collar background that everyone always does seem to lean on a bit, do you feel like sometimes that could be disrespectful in terms of look at what he's done as a pro?
No, it's a fact. What it is, as a pro, 18 fights he's won. He's knocked out or stopped 17 of his opponents.
Yeah.
So it's not the old white collar's not bad. Stood him in bad stead, is it? He's done the business.
That's what I mean. So in terms of, do you feel like there should be less emphasis on that and be like, look, let's just appreciate what he's done as a professional?
Good fighters, you know, he's beaten good fighters and done it in style. You know, he's a good back, but he's not just a one-trick pony. He can box as well, and he learns. You know, you look at him. He's fit. He's well. He's a natural gladiator. He's got a natural inboard fighting instinct, and I've seen that myself sitting at ringside and watching what he brings to the party. You know, when he beat David Adeleye down in Rio, he'd done that. Yeah. And that was a bit of quite a close fight leading up to the knockout. Fraser Clark first fight was a cracker of a fight. I thought he won it the first one, but the rematch he certainly showed and emphasised that he was the better fighter.
Yeah. It's interesting you said that. You just mentioned David Adeleye. Brought to my attention. Is there any update, I guess, on the rematch with Jeamie TKV and himself?
Well, we won the purse bid for it.
Okay. Any idea of when that likely could land?
We're looking at it at the moment.
Okay, interesting stuff. I just want to rattle off a few questions, Frank, because obviously I know we spoke on Monday. Obviously Saturday, Boxer have a show with Sky. Looking likely it could be their last show with Sky. For yourself, Frank, you've been involved in many different broadcasters. How do you feel like sort of the boxing in the UK would survive, I guess, if Sky were to leave the sport?
Well, it'll survive because we're promoting. Matchroom have got TV dates. There are other people who are promoting and running dates. It'd be a shame if Sky were out of boxing. I don't believe they'll be out of boxing, but it'd be a shame if they are out of boxing because they've been great for boxing over the years.
Yeah. If Sky were to leave boxing, do you feel like it's a big negative effect for the growth of the sport?
No, the sport's in a healthy shape at the moment. I mean, I've got to be honest. I think we could have gone there.
Yeah.
It wasn't that, but we made a conscious decision where we wanted to be, which was the zone. We liked how it's changed over the years and what it's evolved and become as a channel, a worldwide channel. It fits into what we feel we should be doing moving forward, and boxing's in a real healthy place. I mean, look at stadium fights are happening all the time. Sell-out shows all around the country. It's healthy.
Would you be happy to see Boxer come on the zone?
Sorry?
Would you be happy to see Boxer come on the zone?
I don't really think about Boxer or any other promoters. All I focus on is Queensbury and what we do.
Yeah.
What we do is deliver these big shows.
Yeah.
And all I know is that TV companies want us.
Yeah. We did see Dillian Whyte pulled off the show this weekend. Ahead of in your interview at Boxing Nation, you sort of alluded that it could be a big fight. Yeah, I guess, is there any idea of who that could be?
Yeah, for me there is, but not for anybody else at this moment in time. Look, we can't talk about it, and I can't talk about it. However, the reason he's not boxing is it's purely precautionary because anything can happen in boxing. If you've got a cut eye or whatever, that would mean he won't be able to fight in August. Okay. So that's the reason why he's not on the card, and he didn't want to take that chance. This fight is a big fight for him, a big moment in time.
Good stuff, Frank. Appreciate your time as always. Good to see you, mate. Top man.